There's backstage heat between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Bo Dallas shoots down rumors about Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. Artem Chigvintsev claims false allegations from Nikki Bella. Cost him $100,000. Tiffany Stratton is open to working with her real-life boyfriend Vince McMahon, and the WWE are facing a new $500 million lawsuit over intellectual property theft. An update on Rhea Ripley's current injury, Netflix removing a major title featuring The Undertaker. It's the end for the Street Profits. Sami Zayn has a unique ability. Let's dive right in. Bo Dallas shoots down rumors about Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six arrived on WWE Raw in June, and there has been non-stop carnage since their debut massacre. Uncle Howdy and his sinister friends have dominated the brand and captivated fans, but now Bo Dallas is setting the record straight on a few untruths about the Bray Wyatt-inspired faction. Bo's Howdy character has led the Wyatt Six destruction, along with Nikki Cross as Abby the Witch, Joe Gacy as Huskus the Pig Boy, Dexter Loomis as Mercy the Buzzard, and Eric Rowan as Rambling Rabbit. The faction finally debuted during the closing moments of the June 17th Raw episode, where the faction members were seen amid backstage carnage, including Huskus standing near a fallen Chad Gable. Howdy then made his way past Chad as the crowd cheered, and one particular scene went viral, the image of Gable unconscious with blood running down his head. The WWE Universe continues to speculate on the Wyatt Six symbolism, and since early on, there's been a common misconception that Gable was meant to appear down with a gunshot wound to the head. Collider recently discussed the faction and the Wyatt creative world with Bo Dallas and Rob Fee, who works as WWE's Director of Long-Term Creative. Dallas revealed that the storyline has brought some behind-the-scenes fun related to fans eagerly dissecting every aspect of the Wyatt Six, including what some saw as Gable's on-screen murder. This became an unexpected source of amusement for him and Fee, who recalled how funny the debut fallout was. It was the funniest thing when they debuted. The reactions on the internet were when Chad Gable got shot in the head. People online were like, "Did I just see Chad Gable get shot in the head?" And we're like, "No, we did not shoot Chad Gable in the head." The whole thing just blew up, and it was so funny seeing how everyone reacted to what was really just a dramatic sequence, Rob Fee said. Despite some misunderstandings and more extreme interpretations by fans, responses were exactly what Bo and Rob hoped for. "We didn't shoot Chad Gable in the head," smiles. "But it's moments like that, where the fans are so invested, that make this all worth it," Rob Fee said. Artem Chigvintsev claims false allegations from Nikki Bella cost him $100,000. The pro wrestling world was shocked when the seemingly happy marriage between Nikki Bella and Artem Chigvintsev blew up in scandalous headlines. Artem was arrested, and this controversy went very public. Now he claims that those false allegations has cost him $100,000. On August 29th, 2024, Artem Chigvintsev was arrested and booked into Napa County Jail on a felony domestic violence charge involving an alleged injury to Nikki. Nikki has chosen not to discuss the incident publicly, with her representative describing it as a private matter. Almost 2 weeks after his arrest, on September 11th, 2024, Nikki filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences and requesting legal and physical custody of Mateo while allowing Chigvintsev visitation rights. On September 24th, Napa County District Attorney Allison Haley announced that her office would not file charges against Chigvintsev. Haley stated, "The decision to not file charges against Mr. Chigvintsev was made after a thorough review of the criminal investigation and careful evaluation of the evidence presented." She added that there wasn't sufficient evidence to prove that Artem caused harm. Meanwhile, some Napa residents expressed support for Artem, noting they felt safe and that he faced undue bias due to the arrest. During the divorce proceedings, Nikki Bella sought full custody of Mateo and requested that Artem have supervised visitation, along with anger management classes. However, a Napa County judge ruled that the parents would share joint custody of Mateo, a decision aligned with Artem's initial request. US Weekly has reported that Artem Chigvintsev has claimed his arrest affected his income and career. "After the mugshot and the arrest based on her false allegations, I was taken off the website faculty list, resulting in a loss of over $100,000 in income," he stated in a court document. He also noted that his removal from the DWTS roster impacted his earnings. Chigvintsev alleged that Nikki's actions impacted his social media revenue as well, claiming, "She continues to benefit from social media promotion, as she was more worried about her career when she lied to the police than mine." He went on to deny any aggression toward Nikki, saying, "She is the one with the temper. It is further a lie that I was growing increasingly angry, snapping at her and yelling. I was not violent with her. Nikki Bella has asserted that Artem was the aggressor in their relationship. Following his arrest, she filed for a temporary domestic violence restraining order to protect herself and their son. Her rep stated, "Nikki's #1 priority has always been the well-being of her son. She continues to ask for privacy for her and her family during this difficult time." Nikki Bella started dating her Dancing with the Stars partner, Artem Chigvintsev, in January 2019. The couple got engaged a year later on January 3rd, 2020. On July 31st, 2020, they welcomed their first child, a son named Mateo. They later married on August 26th, 2022. We will keep an eye on this story for more updates as they are made available. What's your take on Artem Chigvintsev and Nikki Bella's relationship breakup? Tiffany Stratton is open to working with her real-life boyfriend. WWE superstar Tiffany Stratton recently revealed that she is open to working with her real-life partner. The buff Barbie and her boyfriend are currently on different brands. The 25-year-old is in a relationship with Raw superstar Ludwig Kaiser. The wrestling couple made their relationship public back in 2022. While the Imperium member has been on the Red brand since the 2023 WWE Draft, the Women's Money in the Bank winner had a successful NXT run before joining SmackDown in February this year. In a recent interview with Alex McCarthy of the Daily Mail, Tiffany Stratton opened up about working with Ludwig Kaiser. The former NXT Women's Champion stated that, although she was open to the possibility, the couple is in no rush to be together on television. "I don't know. If it happens, sure. If the timing and storyline is right, then, yeah, why not? We are not in a rush to be together on screen. We are on separate brands, but if the time comes, I am down. We don't see each other too often," Stratton said. "We have like 2 days together, but we make those days count." In a TikTok video posted earlier this year, Tiffany Stratton opened up about her relationship with Ludwig Kaiser. The buff Barbie mentioned the challenges of being on different shows. Stratton pointed out that the two superstars spent little time with each other due to conflicting schedules. She further revealed they were moving into their dream apartment from a cramped one-bedroom unit. "As some of you may know, my boyfriend is on Monday Night Raw and I'm on SmackDown, which means we have opposite schedules, which freaking sucks. We have the complete opposite of schedules. Like, he comes in Tuesday morning, and I leave Thursday afternoon. We only have like 2 days together, really, because he's on the live shows every single weekend. But it's okay. Actually, me and my boyfriend are going to be moving apartments soon, and we're going to be buying, like, our dream apartment. Not buying, just renting, but you get it. But I'm so excited because we live in a freaking one-bedroom apartment, and we just have so much stuff," she said. Following her 2024 Women's Money in the Bank win, Tiffany Stratton is a favorite to win the WWE Women's Championship. She has already teased cashing in her contract on Nia Jax several times. Only time will tell when the imminent cash-in takes place. Vince McMahon and the WWE are facing a new $500 million lawsuit over intellectual property theft. WWE and Vince McMahon are back in the legal spotlight with a new lawsuit filed by Leland Owens, who claims that WWE used his creative contributions without proper compensation. The lawsuit, filed on November 4th, accuses McMahon of benefiting from Owens' ideas under a verbal agreement, with Owens alleging that neither payment nor formal recognition was provided for his work. The latest lawsuit comes after a previous complaint was dismissed due to incomplete financial documentation. This time, Owens' claims are more detailed, alleging that WWE executives and agents, including Stephanie McMahon and Daniel Bryan, as named in the suit, were aware of and involved in the alleged intellectual property misappropriation. One of the more sensational claims is that Owens was offered hush money to stay silent, which he states was facilitated by Mercedes Moné, formerly Sasha Banks, in a representative role for WWE. The stakes are high, with Owens seeking $500 million in damages. Such a significant demand underscores the seriousness of his allegations and points to the potential impact this case could have on WWE's handling of creative partnerships and ideas from external contributors. So far, WWE has not publicly responded to the lawsuit. However, if Owens' allegations are substantiated in court, the repercussions could lead to more rigorous policies surrounding creative contributions within WWE and possibly embolden other creators who feel their ideas have been exploited. The outcome of this case could signal a turning point in how WWE and other major entertainment companies manage intellectual property and relationships with independent creators. What do you think of these allegations against WWE and Vince McMahon? An update on Rhea Ripley's current injury. There has been a backstage update on when Rhea Ripley suffered her current injury in WWE. The Eradicator was written off television during last week's episode of NXT. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attacked Ripley on the October 29th edition of NXT. The attack was done to write the former Women's World Champion off of television as she recovered from a fractured orbital bone. In a new report from Fightful Select, Backstage sources believe that Ripley was injured before the October 28th episode of WWE Raw, and the company then set up the attack angle the following night on NXT. Last week on the Red brand, the Eradicator appeared via a vignette and was not featured on the show in person. The report noted that they are not sure of when exactly the former Women's World Champion got hurt, or the severity of the injury. Liv Morgan defended her Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley at WWE Bad Blood last month. Raquel Rodriguez interfered to end the bout via disqualification, and Morgan retained her title as a result. Rhea Ripley recently delivered a warning to Charlotte Flair ahead of her return to action. The veteran tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus last December in a singles match against Asuka on SmackDown. Flair has not competed in a match in 2024 so far, and is still working her way back to the ring. In an exclusive interview with Sportskeeda Wrestling, Ripley warned Flair ahead of her return to action. The 28-year-old boasted about defeating Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39 and claimed she could do it again. "Good luck. Mommy is bigger and better than ever, and I beat you at WrestleMania 39, so you best believe that I can do it again. I love you, princess. Get back and be safe because Mommy's gonna put you back down." Netflix removing a major title featuring The Undertaker. The Undertaker was featured in a major title on Netflix a few years ago. The platform is now reportedly going to remove this title as part of its regular content programming. Taker is one of the most respected WWE superstars of all time. For several years, the dead man served as the de facto locker room leader whom everyone looked up to. During his legendary career, The Undertaker accomplished almost everything possible within the squared circle and was even inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. When it came to gimmicks and character development, few could match up to the dead man. Hence, when Netflix launched several interactive titles a few years ago, one of the titles they launched involved Taker, WWE's Escape. The Undertaker was released in 2021 and allowed the viewer to control the actions of the New Day as they enter a haunted mansion and try to steal Taker's magic urn. According to reports from The Verge, Netflix is set to delist most of its interactive titles, including WWE's Escape the Undertaker, Choose Love, Jurassic Park Camp Cretaceous, Hidden Adventure, Cat Burglar, and Boss Baby, Get That Baby. However, the platform will still leave some interaction specials and TV shows like Black Mirror, Bandersnatch, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Kimmy vs. The Reverend, Ranveer vs. Wild with Bear Grylls, and You vs. Wild available for the viewers. Chrissy Kelleher, spokesperson for Netflix, said in a statement that the technology had served its purpose, but was seemingly limiting the company as they focused their technological efforts in other areas. The technology served its purpose, but is now limiting as we focus on technological efforts in other areas. It's the end for the Street Profits. A WWE superstar has sent a heartbreaking message after Montez Ford appears to be ready to break up his tag team. Now that one of the duo has teased a new era, the other star has had enough. Recently, Montez Ford spoke about how things had not worked well for him in WWE and how the Street Profits had failed to do what he thought they could. He hinted at a new era and seemed to say he was ready for a singles run, which would signal the end of the Street Profits as a tag team. Both stars have seemingly reacted to this before SmackDown, with Angelo Dawkins sending a message on Instagram. Angelo Dawkins has spoken about this, noting how there was always someone telling them they were not good enough. He also added that they were being disrespected, but at the end of the day, they were the Street Profits. He wrote, "Love to the fam," sending Montez Ford a message. "They disrespect you. They say you're not good enough. They say you're done. At the end, we are the Street Profits. Love to the fam," Dawkins wrote. With Angelo Dawkins and Ford addressing the rumors heading into WWE SmackDown, the two stars may end up talking about it on the show. While Ford seems ready for what's next in his career after his tag team, Dawkins' message suggests that they are not breaking up yet. If the two stars speak to each other, it will be interesting to see if they are staying together or finally pursuing their dreams as single stars. Sami Zayn has a unique ability. Sami Zayn has been compared to WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley by Tommy Dreamer. The ECW legend thinks that he has a unique ability. The former Intercontinental Champion is one of the top baby faces on Raw, and he's been a good guy since he betrayed the Bloodline at the Royal Rumble last year. However, he could soon reunite with the OG Bloodline to take on the Solo Sikoa-led faction. Zayn was involved in an in-ring segment with Jimmy and Jey Uso on Raw this week, and he was asked to clarify whether he intentionally kicked Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. On the latest edition of Busted Open Radio, Tommy Dreamer looked back on the segment and praised Sami Zayn for his promo skills. He compared the latter to former WWE champion Mick Foley. "You've got to put Sami Zayn up there as one of the greatest baby faces of all time. Dreamer said. "When you listen to him talk, he has a unique ability to engage you. He has this ability to speak to the audience like WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley did." Sami is praised for his work on the mic because he always comes off as believable when he cuts a promo, and he makes it sound authentic. He also knows how to get the fans to cheer for him. However, Bully Ray doesn't agree with Tommy Dreamer that Zayn will be etched in history as one of the best babyfaces of all time. Is Sami Zayn going to go down in history as one of the greatest babyfaces ever? No, I don't believe we're going to remember him for that, Bully said. "I know that he will go down in my eyes as a great worker who was able to master the art of the struggle better than just about anyone else." There's backstage heat between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. WCW veteran Disco Inferno recently dismissed rumors of heat within the bloodline. The faction has been a major focal point of WWE storylines for the last few years. The new bloodline made a statement at Crown Jewel as they defeated the combined forces of Roman Reigns and the Usos. Solo Sikoa, in fact, sent a message as he pinned Reigns after a devastating Samoan spike to the former undisputed WWE champion. In a recent clip from Keepin' It 100, Disco Inferno answered questions about backstage heat between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. He felt nothing was evident from the way they worked together. He felt they were getting along just fine. However, the former WCW wrestler mentioned that Fatu could stop putting up the praying hands whenever he was standing behind Solo, claiming it made the Samoan werewolf look silly. Where on earth are you watching them on screen thinking they have legit heat backstage with each other? That's absurd. There's literally nothing in their performances. The only thing I don't like, they say it's the character work. I don't like him standing there like praying to Solo, standing next to him with the praying hands. I think that's kinda silly looking, to be honest with you. Last week, Crown Jewel proved to be a turning point for the new bloodline. The faction managed to pick up the win in the six-man tag team encounter. Things got better for the faction after Sami Zayn inadvertently hit a hell of a kick on Roman Reigns in the aftermath of the encounter. The older iteration of the bloodline was visibly still not on the same page as the premium live event ended. With Survivor Series less than a month away, it will be interesting to see what Solo Sikoa and his henchmen have in mind as WWE rolls into the KeyBank Center in Buffalo, New York for this week's SmackDown.